Hello students, in order to understand Euclid's division lemma, let us first take up a few examples so that it becomes easy to understand the statement of the Euclid's division lemma. To begin with, let us take it this way that we want to divide a number by 3. So what I will do is I will take up 4 numbers, consecutive numbers. Let the numbers be say 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now what I do is I divide all of them by 3. In the first case, 3 ones are 3 and so the remainder is 2. In the second case, 3 twos are 6, the remainder is 0. In the third case as well, 3 twos are 6, the remainder is 1. And 3 twos are 6, the remainder is 2. Now, if you look at the first example, or the first one, you have 5 is equal to 3 into 1 plus 2. In the second case, you have 6 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 0. In the third case, you have 7 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 1. In the fourth case, 8 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 2. Now, if you look at all these remainders over here, these remainders 2, 0, 1 and 2, they are all remainders which are smaller than the divisor. Remainder less than the divisor, that is 3. Let us take up a bigger example. Say for example you have, if you are dividing something by say 7. So we take up 8 numbers, 8 consecutive numbers. Say for example 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and we divide all of them by 7. Now, in the first case, you have 7 twos are 14, remainder is 1. 7 twos are 14, once again the remainder is 1. 7 twos are 14, the remainder is 3. 7 twos are 14, the remainder is 4. 7 twos are 14, the remainder is 5. 7 twos are 14, the remainder is 6. And 7 threes are 21, the remainder is 0. So once again, if you have a look, you see that 15 is 7 times 2 plus 1. 16 is 7 times 2 plus 2. I'm sorry, I committed a mistake here. Okay. Then 17 is equal to 7 into 2 plus 3. 18 is equal to 7 into 2 plus 4. 19 is equal to 7 into 2 plus 5. 20 is equal to 7 into 2 plus 6. And finally 21 is equal to 7 into 3 plus 0. Now once again over here, if you have a look at all these numbers, the remainders, they are all less than 7. So the remainders always have to be smaller than the divisor. Remainder is smaller than 7. So in general, we can say for given positive numbers, A and B, there exist there exist unique integers Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where you may consider Q as divisor and R as remainder, and of course remainder always needs to be between 0 and the divisor, that is B. Q is the quotient, B is the divisor, so 0 less than or equal to R less than B. I'm sure all of you must have followed this and enjoyed watching the video. See you in the next session.